I wanted to find out how long Swarm games can be, but instead I accidentally broke the game mode, or maybe I should say that Swarm actually ended up properly crashing my PC. In this video I'll show you how I managed to get my FPS to 0. I don't think I've ever achieved this before, so I feel quite proud of this result. My first strategy for the longest game was to simply outlast the final boss. Well, this is where the trouble started. In my first run I figured out this nice little spot on the eastern part of the arena, where I could survive a bit longer from Rek'Sai. But for some reason, Rek'Sai as a boss is absolutely crazy. Bosses should enrage after 5 minutes, from the beginning of the fight, but in my case, after 5 minutes, my computer already wanted to take off. What you're seeing now is Rek'Sai after just 3 minutes of the boss fight. FPS is already down to a single digit. Listen to this for a moment. I did multiple runs with it, trying different champions, but sadly I kept dying. I did get to single digit FPS many times, but I wanted to get even lower. By the way, look at Rek'Sai animations, they are absolutely bonkers. So then I decided to play Yuumi. For some time you were able to play champions from Summoner's Rift in Swarm. Their abilities were usually rather useless, but they had really good stats, like resists, HP and HP regen, that Swarm champions normally don't have. I tried this strategy with friends and then we got this run. Plan was to go together to that place in the wall and try to survive as long as possible. As it turned out, Yuumi's hitbox is smaller than others, so I was able to dodge most of the damage, while my teammates kept dying and dying like you can see now. Thanks to this strategy, I managed to get my PC to 2 FPS, then 1 FPS and finally to 0 FPS. My game basically became a PowerPoint presentation. It only took 5 minutes to go to 1 FPS in the boss fight and 6.5 minutes to get to 0 FPS from the beginning of the fight. But somehow the game survived and we got a defeat. Of course I decided to do another run, with disconnected summoners with champion instead. Such disconnected champions are practically impossible to kill. And by the way, if you are dead while boss is spawning and your teammate is disconnected, you can actually spawn outside of the arena, so this was another cool experiment. You can see me just running around the map during boss fight, not even being close to him. Summoner's Rift Leona in the meantime, tanking all the stuff like crazy. Eventually, this game crashed, although without any crazy thing happening. But then, I did my final run for this thing. Again, Leona plus Summoner's Rift Leona. Battle with the boss was pretty intense just as usual, but eventually the game crashed and I actually got this GPU error. Windows has restarted my GPU driver due to a problem, driver upgrade or physical removal. Unfortunately, that terminated the game. I don't think I've ever had this error before, certainly not with League of Legends, but fortunately my PC survived. I hope Riot tones down Rek'Sai a bit, otherwise it may fry quite a few PCs, so watch out for it. Thank you guys for watching and have a nice day.